Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Before and After Thought Podcast with yours truly, as always, Queen Krazy K. Be sure, if you haven't already, watch, like, follow, subscribe on both Instagram and both YouTube to get any updates, see my latest videos, and enjoy, comment, and like it, watch it, and make sure you subscribe, follow, and get the updates, additional information, or just entertain something fun in general. If you have, give yourself a round of applause. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for the watching, like me, subscribe, that you supported my channel and what I've been doing. And also thank you guys who are gonna subscribe after this video. This is going to be an episode and podcast, episode 104, going to cover over the last few weeks. We had WrestleMania going on. We're on our way now to Backlash and the draft at the end of this month. We got new updates, like The Rock seems like him and Cody Rhodes got something going on Raw. We see maybe that with this last run of John Cena before he retires, that maybe he'll be on SmackDown then. We've got Rhea Ripley out with an injury, so now we're crowning a new World Women's Champion. We got Natalia, who just wrestled on NXT in a singles action. We got new, Stand and Deliver that just happened, with Trick being a new NXT North American champion, now dominating for himself rather than somebody else. We got tag teams colliding, new tag team champions, or Austin Theory, Garcia Ryan, new SmackDown tag team champions on Friday Night SmackDown after WrestleMania. We got Miz and R-Truth, who just got crowned our world tag team champions on Raw. Who the game Triple H made WrestleMania 40 one of the greatest WrestleManias that's happened in a long time. We got Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi winning a 6-woman match at WrestleMania. And now her and Jade Cargill just did a former tag team, formed it together this past SmackDown, and successfully won that along with Naomi in the singles action against Tiffany. We also had a world champion, Rhea Ripley, but she's going out with an injury right now for a while. So now the question is, who will be the world new champion? Will it be Liv Morgan, who wanted to injure her to get that in the first place? Or will it be big time Bex, who, if Rhea's going to be injured, be out, or if she's not really injured, you're just taking her out, then you should have had Becky win. If you're just going to end up shaking out, but I guess she could be like Becky Lynch when she came back after having her baby and training and coming back better than ever. She made it very clear she never lost her title. She's been champion. She came, picked over where she left off. Her having a relationship with him. What the world and the WWE Universe should know, big time Bex never lost. She's been champion for this and this many days. Raw Women's Champion mania such, and who can argue with her? She was right. So Rhea could do something like that and say, technically I didn't lose. I've been champion and remain as world champion. As she comes back, we know she's going to win that back, as she never lost it. So she could do that and still have her streak going on, as Mommy is always on top, dominating as a World Women's Champion. She's remained on Raw, along with the World Men's Champion, Damian Priest, as CM Punk is now finally getting some payback, and Drew McIntyre's made a bit. Jey Uso's been dominant Raw. I think he's going to move to SmackDown with our Universal Champion. Cody's going to move to SmackDown, take him and The Rock to the SmackDown brand. But it seems like maybe they're studying it on Raw. Maybe The Rock and Cody on Raw and Jay on Raw. And it seems like maybe John Cena's going to do his lap jam on SmackDown. We got the Superstar Shake-Up and Draft coming up. So those are my predictions for the Superstar Shake-Up, Raw, and SmackDown drafts. As far as that goes, that'll happen at the end of this month. And a little predictions towards WrestleMania. So that's the reality. As you know, check out my WrestleMania predictions for Saturday, WrestleMania predictions for Sunday. Plus, I just did a little recap of WrestleMania. I've gathered different information of it. I did Raw, SmackDown predictions, commentary, additional comments on it, and the video. I also did behind the scenes. And after Raw and SmackDown, went off their update on there. And AEW and NXT videos. And got the update on there. And then I'm also put together the kickoff with CM Punk that was there, and he did make his way to WrestleMania and got his hands on Drew before again getting Drew on Monday Night Raw. So now it looks like we have a Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk at Backlash prediction. We have a Raw and SmackDown Superstar Shake-Up. Like, I think it's going to be Universal Champion Cody going to Raw, or going to SmackDown, and The Rock going to SmackDown with them. I think John Cena is going to do his last run on SmackDown. So those are my predictions for the SmackDown draft. And the Raw draft with Seth coming back on Raw, Becky being Raw, Rhea coming back on Raw, Liv on Raw. That seems like we're going. Maybe we'll see Jay Cargill go to Raw and stir up some things, matches that we see with her and Rhea. We could see something like that. So there's a lot of ideas going up. So from the predictions of WrestleMania, the content, the kickoff, the results of WrestleMania, recap of WrestleMania, the Raw and SmackDown this past week, this kind of result, and WWE Live NXT and W updated and things like that, and of course a recap towards now on our way to Backlash prediction and draft, and of course the awards in between that happen as well. So with that being said, we've had John Cena on the Pat McAfee show talking about as he returned to WrestleMania. He talked to Pat McAfee about this last run. He did his last run, we thought he solo, came out, got solo back, made his after space. Hey, I still got rubber left on the tire still. So he thinks he's gonna do one more run. He's got energy, gas in the tank, and he's fired up. So I think we're gonna see John Cena do his last run on Friday Night SmackDown. Hopefully I get the pleasure of seeing him in July when they come here in Omaha. Sure to have your updates on and subscribe on YouTube because you will see the video live of that Friday Night SmackDown. Plus the 2 albums that are coming out, playlists, and also self-interviews, and also some documenting the updates too, and maybe some performances videos on top of that. So be sure to have your eyes out for that coming in May, June, July, at least before August. And just get in that spring and summertime, you'll be seeing and enjoying that other video, so you won't regret it. Also, the recap that pretty much covers it all, major things. Of course, our new Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn and now being attacked by Chad, so it looks like maybe Chad and Sami will go for their Intercontinental Championship belt. Maybe in a no disqualification match after he attacked him in front of his family in his hometown towards Backlash. And Cody really taking it to heart to get the Rock in a match, like not only in a match, but multiple matches. So return to the ring officially for a while. And the final boss agreed. So as far as I go, we got a collaboration going, we got a tag going. I think Roman Reigns will either A, go to Raw, and then Seth might get over to SmackDown, or we'll see him on AEW.
Hey, no, you stay
and
on
Seth
the
from
black
Raw.
car.
So a lot of ideas, a lot of good ones that can be string out there, a lot of things that could happen, possibilities to reflect on it. We've had the Bomb Boy Natalia, who was on NXT, and it feels that Shayna Blaze was on there, who the submission, suggestion, dominated, or would break your bones by 4 minutes tag team. Our main events with Natalia would be Tegan Knox making the good tag team with Natalia in the main event. Now Natalia's on NXT and see on Chanel. We got a tag team with Shayna Blazer, former tag team champion with Nia Jax. Now we got Liv Morgan on his revenge tour on Raw with the updates after the injury of world champion of the women's division, who will be crowned as such, keeping the championship warm for Rhea for when she comes back, which a brutal, bloody Ripley attack and domination on Liv Morgan, make her wish she had it and put her hand on one headbutt. Knocked the guy out that wasn't even the target and didn't even use her hands. Imagine when she's 100% using her hands, seeing nothing but blood and red and feeling range. Rhea Ripley is getting her world championship back that she never lost. Technically got that streak, and she's going to dominate Liv Morgan. That's the ugly truth. And I am 100% behind Mommy. Yeah, you can say, well,
get your feet out of my back. How the hell did you do that?
How to say it? Feet on the back of the you can say, well, she did the same thing, and then when Rhea Ripley attacked the tag team, she became World Women's Champion. She became a dominant team on Monday Night Raw on the Judgment Day. She brutalized singles actions and attacked in matches. She's done it in the UK as UK champion. She's done it in NXT and NXT champion. She's done it as SmackDown Women's Champion, Raw Women's Champion, now World Women's Champion, and dominated the team. And she was nominated for Best Female Superstar. So she is always on top. She was always on her game. She did it to her face. Liv Morgan bribed about beating her in a singles action. Already got her revenge. So, in the meanwhile, Liv Morgan is just maybe jealous that she can't have everything that Rhea Ripley is receiving. And getting it, Rhea Ripley doesn't even have to try and she receives it. Everyone chants mommy on Raw, and she doesn't even have to tell them to. Liv Morgan appears, and people don't care. She's World Women's Champion, Best Female of the Year. And all she has to do is say, mommy's always on top, and we agree with her. That's why we voted for her. People can have their opinion, but at the end of the day, you liked her, you support her. And that's why that happened. So, Rhea Ripley's still a World Women's Champion. She's dominant. She's still on top. Mommy will be coming back to Monday Night Raw, but not meant to be Liv Morgan. I think they're going to switch maybe Mommy and Liv to finish that storyline on SmackDown. And then Seth and Becky has still come back and you'll see more of Becky. I think they're going to get moved over to SmackDown. So we'll be like, okay, Becky and Seth are on SmackDown, which means Montez and Bianca might go to Raw. And then we can see Rhea Ripley back on SmackDown with Liv. Which could be, we could see like, okay, if that's going to happen with the rival, the Rock and Cody on SmackDown, on Raw, last run of John Cena at SmackDown, and then we could see Raw have like Jimmy and then Jake come over to SmackDown with Cody.
No, he wouldn't say that.
Because he might be on Raw because he kind of does both.
Yeah, he told her.
So it could be either way. I got a lot of predictions for these Raw and SmackDown draft at the end of the month before it happens. And updates this past Raw and SmackDown currently in the last few weeks and currently.
Didn't I tell you?
The card saying the results towards this backlash after the recap and say that's just comes it all pretty much puts it to faith where we're at. So we can definitely see that happen and it definitely makes sense out of what's going on and where they're going to place some of the question, but it doesn't really matter the shake up and draft because at the end of the day they go on Raw and SmackDown wherever they want any title, including NXT, including AEW, so they're realized, so we'll see them no matter what brand they're on, and we can see them on the other brand. I'm just saying where the Raw roster, SmackDown roster, we see them fall. And then with Superstars, who's going to be a part of that is the question. And when you see him fight at Survivor Series, you kind of get see who's where to get your votes out. So that's where we're at with that situation. So, with that being said, that covers everything. Recap on playing. Draft coming up, backlash coming up. My opinion, Dawson's current Raw and SmackDown. And that covers this podcast. Be sure and some updates on the printing and stuff as well. So, with that being said, be sure to watch, like, follow, subscribe on both Instagram and YouTube. 3K Skate out. Peace.